Hey guys, what's up? Tyler here with T Game and Tech, back with another YouTube tips video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking a lot about software that I use, software that other people use, and what's out there on the market for people to use when making their videos for YouTube. And so I'm going to go through different sections of software. First, I'm going to talk about video software, then I'm going to talk about audio, and then I'm going to talk about screen capturing. And so to start off with video, I'm going to start off with what I started with, and that is Windows Live Movie Maker. Windows Live Movie Maker or Movie Maker or whatever you want to call it basically comes with every Windows machine, and it's free to download if you have a Windows machine and do not have it on your computer. And it's very basic, but it's what I started out with. If you go back and look at my earlier videos, a good chunk of my videos are made with Windows Movie Maker. And you can't really do a lot of fancy things. You can't really change your audio levels very much. You can bring the volume up. You can do a couple basic cuts and crossfades. You can do some basic titles, but you can't do multiple layers of video or audio. And so if you're just getting into YouTube, Windows Movie Maker is a great place to start. It's where I started, and there's nothing wrong with making your videos in there or using it. I still use Windows Movie Maker to capture my webcam for my Let's Plays, and I think it works very well for that. After I used Movie Maker for a while, I moved up to Sony Vegas, and I used Sony Vegas whenever I was out in school, and that's what we used on our computers out there, so I figured, I'll get it from my computer and my laptop. And so I used Sony Vegas 10, I think it was, for a while, and then when I built my computer, I got Sony Vegas 11. And I really enjoy Sony Vegas. It's, in my opinion, it's easy. It's not very overly complicated, and they have all kinds of different things to choose from. Their cuts and their crossfades and their color corrections. You can see little previews in the windows, and it's not that too expensive. You can probably get a lot of basic versions of Sony Vegas for around $50, and you can look on newegg.com. That's where I got my version. But there's all kinds of versions of it, and I think it's a very good mid-level range of video editing, and I would definitely suggest it for anybody looking for a higher level of video editing than Windows Live Movie Maker. And so I recently created my own web design business, and within that business I needed Dreamweaver, I needed InDesign, and I needed Photoshop, and there was no way I was going to buy all those products set beside, like alone with each other. Like even buying the whole CS6 suite is going to cost a couple $1,000s. And so I decided to go the route of the Creative Cloud from Adobe, which is $50 a month, and I get all the Adobe programs. And I can talk about that in a later video if we really want to and discuss that. But with that, I got Adobe Premiere. And so that's what I use to edit all my videos now. And I really like Adobe Premiere. It's kind of the front runner of video editing programs. When people say professional video editing, most of the time you think about Adobe Premiere. Now, the learning curve for Adobe Premiere was kind of steep. I had to relearn a lot of different things from Sony Vegas. I kept trying to use keyboard shortcuts, which didn't even exist. And it takes a while to get used to, but it's definitely worth it. I really like it now. At first, I didn't really like it at all, but I forced myself to learn it, and now I prefer it over Sony Vegas. And there's a lot of different settings in there, a lot of features, and it's a really solid program. And that's definitely for people who are been into YouTube for a while and want to kind of take a step up from Sony Vegas. And this is all my opinion. I think my level of expertise was Windows Movie Maker, Sony Vegas, Adobe Premiere. Some people think Sony Vegas is better than Adobe Premiere, and that's perfectly fine. It's just whatever works best for you. And so like I said, Adobe Premiere is more the top level of video editing, and it's one of the biggest editors out there. Now, as far as audio editing and recording, you can actually record straight into Adobe Premiere and Sony Vegas, which is actually what I do most of the time, but you can also record into separate programs. One of those programs is Audacity, which is a free version, or which is a free program, and you can basically record. You can't really record a lot of different tracks. It's fairly simple, but it works well for what it is. If you need to record voiceovers, Audacity is a perfect program for that. And so I had no problem suggesting that, and that's what I have on my computer. I use it a lot whenever I'm doing voiceovers. Another program you can use is Adobe Audition. It's pretty expensive. It's part of the Adobe suite, and if you have enough money to buy it standalone, go for it. But if you just want something simple to record audio, Audacity is definitely the way to go. Now, as far as screen capture, I don't really have a lot of expertise in this area. I use Bandicam on my computer, and it works perfectly fine because all I really screen capture is the occasional desktop for a tutorial or my Let's Plays, which are old console games like Super Nintendo games. And so Bandicam works perfectly fine for me. I know a lot of people use Fraps. Another one is Dxtory, but I haven't really used either of them, so I don't know how they function and how they perform. But for basic uses, Bandicam works fine for me. There's a free version which has a watermark and a 10-minute recording limit, but you can also buy it and get rid of the watermark and the recording limit. I think it's the same way with Fraps, but Fraps, Bandicam, Dxtory are three of the ones that I know. QuickTime also can record your screen, so if you use a Mac, you can use QuickTime. And I'm pretty sure ScreenFlow records your screen as well, but I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, I don't own all these programs, so I don't know how all of them exactly function. And so if you're on a budget, what should you be using? If you have zero budget at all, no budget for YouTube, no budget for any software at all, you need to be using Windows Live Movie Maker or Movie Maker, whatever you want to call it, and Audacity. Those are two solid programs you can use for free. If you're on a Mac, is iMovie, I don't know what iMovie costs, but it probably doesn't cost too much, but I'm sure there's an equivalent of Movies Maker on Mac. Audacity, I'm pretty sure you can use on Mac, but it's for Windows. That's what I use. That's what I know. Movie Maker and Audacity are two great programs you can use if you have zero budget. If you kind of have a midway budget, you want to spend some money, but you don't have a lot of money to spend, Sony Vegas is a great way to go. You can get cheaper versions of it. And along with Sony Vegas, you can use Audacity to partner it up with that. And that's a great combination as well. You can also record in Sony Vegas if you want to kind of bypass Audacity. But Sony Vegas and Audacity are good for a mid-level price range. Now, if you have some money to spend and you don't really care about how much you spend on your editing programs, Adobe Premiere is a great way to go. It's a high-level program. It's a lot of money, but I don't know if it's really necessarily worth all that money. These programs are really expensive, but it's definitely a solid video editor. It's definitely advanced if you want to get into that. And so I would definitely suggest Adobe Premiere if you have a high budget and you want to spend some money. Audacity still works great, though, with Adobe Premiere, besides recording directly in Adobe Premiere. If you really want to get into some heavy audio recording, Adobe Audition is also a great way to go. Now, there's all kinds of video editors that I didn't mention. Camtasia is one of them, Final Cut Pro, iMovie. There's literally a ton of Corel Movie Studios. I just don't know them all. And there's Avid, there's Pinnacle. I'm not sure who makes them all. I'm not sure how they all work. Your best bet is to get trials of these programs and see what works best for you. Trials usually run about 30 days, which is a great way to get a feel for a program. And if you really like it, you can go ahead and buy it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video talking about different kinds of softwares. I just kind of want to throw out the softwares that I use, what other people are using, different softwares for different budgets, and what you can do and what you can use to edit for YouTube. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button. Also, check out some of my other videos in this YouTube tip series and some of my other videos on this channel. And thank you guys for subscribing and watching. It really does mean a lot. And hopefully these videos are helping you guys out. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.